Hey guys, what's going on? It's another beautiful night in Vegas, and it's time for another steakhouse video. I've got to eat steak at least once a week, and today I'm taking you to the Binions Steakhouse on top of the Binions Casino in downtown Fremont Street. I made a video of this place a few months ago, but I thought I'd come back and try out some of their other dishes this time. Binions is an old classic Vegas casino. It's been open for several decades now, but has changed names and owners over the years. It used to be called the Horseshoe and would hold the World Series of Poker here back in the day. And a lot of old movies were filmed here as well. Binions has this fish spa where these little fishes nibble the dead skin off your feet, leaving your skin feeling smooth and fresh. I'm not sure how sanitary this is though. I wouldn't want to dip my feet in the same tank as other people's stinky feet. There used to be $1 million display in this casino too, but I don't see it anymore. I think it was taken away during the pandemic and was never brought back out. Like the name suggests, the steakhouse is located on the very top 24th floor of the building. This restaurant is open from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Thursday through Monday and is closed on Tuesday and Wednesdays. It has vintage Vegas decor and great views of the entire downtown area from up there. In my previous video of Binions Steakhouse, you could see the nice views from the table I was sitting at, but today I'm sitting at the bar. Here's some history of this restaurant. This restaurant has been open for decades, and even some of the staff here has been working for just as long. Here's a look at their cocktail and beverage menu. Looks like about $15 for a specialty cocktail here. And here's some of their wines and beers that they offer. Here's a look at their menu. They were serving lobster bisque soup and French onion soup today. They also have these chicken fried lobster tails for $70 as an appetizer. It's quite popular and unique. You don't normally see that on the menu anywhere. I asked if I could just do one fried lobster tail for $35 instead of ordering two, but they could not do it. Every meal gets served with complimentary sourdough bread. This was nicely toasted, crunchy on the outside and soft and chewy in the middle. And it comes with two types of butter, regular soft spreadable butter, and a special garlic butter. They also give you 3 types of salt, regular sea salt, black sea salt, and smoked sea salt. I think I like the bread more without any extra salt. It already had good flavor to it and didn't need any extra. And I like the garlic butter a lot more than the regular butter too. I can never get enough garlic. I think I was a little too heavy-handed on the salt here. It was a little bit too salty. For our starter, we got the grilled Caesar salad for $13. They do have a traditional Caesar salad for the same price as well. This comes with charbroiled heart of romaine lettuce, shaved parmesan, white anchovies, a couple croutons, and it's lightly drizzled with that Caesar dressing, and it has a large parmesan crisp on the side too. The lettuce tasted fresh and crisp and was just slightly charred on the edges, so it had a bit of a smoky, charred taste to it. I think they put some extra salt on the bottom too. And the parmesan crisp was very, very crispy. It was a pretty tasty salad. The Caesar salad was actually invented in Tijuana, Mexico, and you can still eat at the original location at Caesar's Restaurante in downtown Tijuana, where they'll prepare it for you tableside. And it's completely unrelated to Caesar's Casino here in Vegas. By the way, I'm trying to improve my Spanish, so if anyone knows of any good Spanish tutors in town, let me know. And for an appetizer, we got the short rib mac and cheese for $18. This comes with tender, slow roasted short rib beef, fresh sauteed spinach, and gemelli pasta. And the cheese sauce is made out of sharp cheddar, Gouda, Parmesan, and garlic. This spiral tube-shaped pasta absorbs and holds the sauce really well. It was nicely cooked al dente and was slightly chewy and not too soft. The beef was quite tender and flavorful, and the sauce was nice, creamy, and really cheesy. This was a really good mac and cheese dish. And this is quite a big portion too. And this could be a whole meal just by itself, but I've got a big appetite, and I had to order more food. And for our main entree, we got the cowboy steak for 65 bucks. This is a 24-ounce bone-in ribeye, and I believe all their steaks here come from Creekstone Farms and are black Angus beef that's been dry aged for 40 days. Each steak comes with a vegetable and a side. For your side, you can choose between a loaded baked potato, risotto, mac and cheese, or Yukon garlic mashed potatoes. I decided to go with the mashed potatoes. I almost always get mashed potatoes when I'm ordering steak, and they prepare these potatoes just the way I like them, just a little bit chunky. At a lot of steakhouses they'll do parade potatoes where it's totally smooth, but I prefer my mashed potatoes to be a little chunky like this. It has a much better mouthfeel, I think. And this had a nice slight garlic flavor to it. And for the vegetable, you get asparagus. It tasted fresh and slightly crisp and was slightly seasoned with salt and pepper. The steak was nice and juicy, and they put a whole extra slab of butter on there to make it even juicier. I ordered mine mid-rare, and it seems like there's a nice pink color in the middle of it. The steak tasted good, and it was pretty tender too. And finally, for dessert, we got the Baked Alaska for 14 bucks. This is prepared flambé tableside. But I was sitting at the bar today and not at a table, and they said this was actually their first time ever doing the flambé at the bar. This is like dinner and a show, and they put on quite the show. There was a massive flame when they poured cinnamon on it. I didn't know that cinnamon was that flammable. I was sitting so close it almost singed all my eyebrows off. This is my first time ever eating a Baked Alaska too, but I've always wanted to try it. This dessert has a fluffy meringue on the outside that gets torched and warmed up, and inside is a black cherry ice cream with a sponge cake on the bottom. And there's a ring of fresh cut strawberries on the side. The meringue was toasty and creamy, and the cherry ice cream was good, but a little bit icy. And the sponge cake was pretty good, but a little bit on the dense side and could have been softer. And this was sweet, but not too sweet. Not a bad dessert at all, and I especially like the fresh strawberries in it. My all-time favorite dessert is probably the creme brulee, and they make a nice creme brulee here that's torched tableside as well, and you can see that in my previous video. I'll leave a link to that down below. Overall, this restaurant is pretty good. The service is great, and it's much cheaper compared to other steakhouses on this trip. And if you can get a table by the window, there's great views of downtown Fremont Street too. My favorite dish that I ate tonight was probably the short rib mac and cheese. The total came out to be a little bit over $100 for everything. I don't think that's a bad price for the amount of food that I ordered. In my last steakhouse video, I went to Harlow in downtown Summerlin, and I paid 3 times as much money, and I wasn't as satisfied as I was here. The bartender here was especially very friendly and welcoming. He was the only bartender and was busy making drinks and still tried his best to make sure I was taken care of, even though he was so busy. I think next time if I wanted to splurge, I will have to try out their chicken fried lobster tails. After this, it was First Friday in the Arts District, so we walked all the way down there from Fremont Street. It was a bit of a long walk, but it helped the food digest. And we also saw a new show there called Particle Ink that was really cool, and the last show for that is on December 4th. After that, they're moving to a new location. Currently, the show is located in a warehouse in the Arts District, right across the street from the new Todd English Hotel. And there's a restaurant inside this hotel called the Pepper Club that people say is quite good as well. We'll have to try out that restaurant someday too. I don't want to spoil the show too much, but here's some clips of it. This show is pretty interactive, and you're up close and personal with all the performers too. This show kinda reminds me of Meow Wolf and Area 15 a little bit. It's just a psychedelic experience, and I don't think there's any show like it in Vegas. After the show, we walked over to where First Friday was happening. First Friday happens on the first Friday of every month. They got food trucks, art exhibits, and lots of booths set up with artwork for sale. All these paintings were really very good, and you can even meet the artists who painted these here too. They had tons of booths set up. You could probably wander around here for hours just seeing what everyone was selling. I really like the design of this Mario. I wanted to buy it, but I spent all my money at Binions earlier. And they have a couple bands and live music here too. The lines for all the food trucks were massive, so I didn't eat anything here, and I was still pretty full from the large steak dinner. But it was fun just walking around and seeing everything. There's always something fun going on in Vegas every day. The possibilities are endless. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed our video. If you want more Vegas videos, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. Tell us what you think of Binions Steakhouse in downtown Fremont Street.